Alrighty. Yeah. Always hate pressing live. And of course, I got the neighbors doing their yard in the background, so hopefully that's not getting picked up by the mic. Yeah. So, hmm. So what's been happening since the last stream? Well, not a great deal. I've had the scans on the finger. I get the results for that this afternoon. And yeah, hopefully it's all an easy fix because the technicians doing the ultrasound said that the tendon and everything was fine. There was a congenital thing, but yeah, otherwise there's no visual cause for the issue. Unfortunately, the old wrist injury is playing up because I've been playing the Wii. And yeah, the wrists aren't too happy with the motion controls anymore. So yeah, well, it does happen. But yeah. And yeah, I've been a good boy. I've got my routine bloods done for the diabetes and everything. But yeah. Yeah, I have finally been to Bunnings to get the snaps for the Retro Jason mask, which I still need to finish. As you can see, I still need to get around to painting these and all that fun stuff. Yeah, what else? Well, the upgrade in the camera and the mic. I went from just the Logitech C922 Pro up to the Elgato Facecam Neo, and I've got the Elgato Wavelink Neo for the mic now. So yeah, little bits of upgrades. I will probably eventually get around to getting the camera link so I can hook up the Sony. But for now, it's pretty good. I can do the 1080-60 now with this camera, so whereas the Logitech was stuck at 30. And yeah, this mic's just way better than the cheap, crappy one from Kmart. So that one used a printer cable for the USB, so it was a right pain to level out and get a good clarity of voice and everything. But yeah, the Wavelength Neo is pretty good, and the voice clarity setting for Meld Studio is actually really good. So yeah. What else can I fill some time with? Oh, I have Mix It Up running in the background, and it's all connected up. So I might test something. I've been playing around, maybe doing like chat commands for audio and stuff like that. So we'll see if anything actually comes through. I'll try. Let's see. An audio command. Where are we? Okay. We'll see if this works. See if it actually comes through. Not sure on the... There we go. Sweet. That actually worked. So yeah, for following streams, I'll actually have the commands for that and everything in the description so people can just have fun and do some stuff audio wise, and we all have a bit of a laugh and everything like that. So yeah, I've got a fair few done. I'm just figuring out stuff for them. Let's see. There's a chunk of Jim Carrey stuff. Let's see. There's also this one. Yeah, that one came through quite quick. But yeah, I do hope that they come through for everyone and not just me in the headphones. Yeah. Then we've got so I've got some stuff in here for the gaming streams as well. Where are we? We'll do game over. Let's see if that one comes through. Yep, there we go. Then there's stuff like some Shao Kahn. Yeah, my phone's going off. Just gotta do this little thing. Okay. All this shit getting in the way. But yeah. So I've got some audio stuff I'm figuring out just to have some interactivity during the streams and everything. So yeah, I now know they work, so that's always a plus. Oh yes, I finally got around to getting the Thundercats box set. Yeah, got Mum Ra on the back there. I forgot how many discs it had. But yeah, I've only gotten like 5 episodes in and kind of realizing why I remember He-Man so much more. Rankin Bass was, I don't know, a little too I wouldn't say serious, but it tried being more mature than the other cartoons at the time. So, and of course, I mainly know Rankin Bass from The Hobbit and Return of the King, with those 2 animated films. So, I do believe some of the voice actors carried over from The Hobbit for Thundercats. I'm not sure. I'll have to look that one up. But yeah, what else? Oh, I've finally gotten around to getting some mesh. It's just a plastic mesh to go in some lens frames. So they'll just be like that. And these frames actually go to the Spider-Gwen or Ghost Spider face shell. So I just need to clean them up, install the magnets, paint, and then adhere the mesh, and I should be able to get that going all. And once I'm back in shape, actually wear the costume to maybe Comic-Con or something like that. Where are we? No, not that one. Here we are. Roll. Go. Top left for now. And now just go to so come on. Yeah, it helps if I actually have it showing. Yeah, there we are. So yeah, that's the actual costume with the face shell and lenses for the all new Spider-Man. And this is back pre-COVID. So yeah, let's try and find a better image. Okay. That would be, yeah, here we are. So yeah, that's the, I was slim back then. Yeah. It's a little tight in the midsection these days. But yeah, I do hope to get that back up and going, actually debut it at a con and whatnot. And once I've got the face shell and the lenses done, it'll be a much better fit. And yeah, but yeah, it's. I mean, I've also got the Spider Joker, which I also need to figure out a face shell and lens combo to work with that. Tossing up between maybe the Bagley or MCU. But yeah, that's going to be a long drawn out process for this one because I don't know what kind of color I want to use for the lenses, whether I do the red frames to bring in the smile of Joker or have the purple frames to go along with the pinstriping and just accent it that way. But yeah. So yeah, again, this was pre-COVID, so I got them and I was in decent shape, and then lockdowns hit and it's been an absolute slog to try and get rid of all that lockdown weight. But yeah, so that's the unfortunate thing with the custom spandex costumes. They only fit for a certain amount of time, and yeah, and not to mention trying to zip these bastards up on your own, your shoulder goes, and well, we know what my shoulder's like these days, so it's a right pain. um, but yeah, those are the two I want to try and get done this year for Comic Con, and what else we got? PAX. And then, of course, we've got the Christmas edition Comic Con in Melbourne as well. I may bring out the original suit that I have. I might as well bring that one up. So the original is, where are we? There we are. So that's the actual suit that shell and lens set goes with, and yeah, it would be nice to get these out of storage and on the con circuit again. This was 2019. I believe the event was called Doncaster Games Day. It was at a local library, and yeah, so that was a great experience that day. It was my first time actually out in the suit in public, not just in the yard being a twat. And the response was really, really good. But that day has one of the most cherished moments for me. An elderly Asian man was in the vicinity, and Spider-Man has been his favorite ever since he was a kid, and he had a very emotional response to being able to see his childhood hero, and yeah, that just made all the pain that I was in absolutely worth it. Yeah, that made my entire year back then. So the cosplay circuit can be grueling. It can be it can drag you down. But it's moments like that just lift it straight back up. And yeah. And after all the posing for the photos and everything, I was so sore. The scoliosis was waging war on me. And yeah, I just couldn't wait to get the contacts out by the time I got home. So, I mean, visibility in the suit alone is hard. And with the contacts, I was getting to the point of needing the two separate prescriptions for long and short distance. So they were a middle ground strength. So being able to focus through the mesh was pretty difficult. But yeah, I got through. My wife was essentially my handler, like guiding me around. Another really good moment from that event, when I finally got the courage to go outside and walk around and actually interact with people. And a group of like 5-year-olds or around that age just absolutely went nuts, and like squatted down so they could all get a photo and everything. And this one kid, he's just charged up straight into me and almost spear tackled me for a cut. So I ended up on my ass and just laughing and everything. His mother's just like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." It's like, "Oh, I'm good. I'm good." Internally, I was like, "Oh shit, it hurt." But no, it was good fun. And yeah, but, but yeah, con circuits can be good. Unfortunately, the elite cramp, it brings it down a peg or two, but yeah, unfortunately, you can't avoid that, no matter what. But hey, so what else? Uh, Days of Sodom, the Crow fan film that dropped over the weekend. Oh boy, it made me appreciate some of the Friday the 13th fan films a lot more. Um, After I watched it, we instantly put the original movie on and watched that to just cleanse the palate. And I was in my actual cosplay afterwards because they use the same coat as the one I've been using for mine since end of 2018 or early 2019. And that design of coat actually came in like a 3/4 and a full length. I've got the 3/4. Yeah, well, I should have just stayed on this page. I did post yesterday or the day before about me in this back in 2019. This is before I did any of the damage. And yeah, I was just seeing how it would look. So I've just got the undershirt, the jacket, and the leather pants on with your basic makeup. And yeah, so amazingly, it still fits. This was me after 2 hours and 40 minutes of what the fuck is going on with this fan film. And yeah, so the longer version of the jacket would come down to about knee to upper calf. And yeah, so bloody fine. But yeah, that I was amazed it still fits. But yeah, so that's the potential that code has and everything. But yeah, the man, I appreciate what they were trying to do. But wow, the guy that played the main character really has main character syndrome because he was also the writer, the director, and Jesus Christ. It really showed its budget because throughout the entire thing, they must have only had the one costume, so no damage whatsoever. The choreography for the fights was Yeah. Yeah, they either slowed it down to add a dramatic effect, or they sped it up. And yeah, blatantly obvious when it wasn't actually him doing the basic stunt. Uh, the wig was just, yeah, yeah, that was a bad taste that was easily gotten rid of with a bottle of wine and the classic Brandon Lee film. But, yeah. Um, let's see what else has. Just trying to think of what else has been going on since. Um, yeah, I found out the reason the keg failed. It was the O-ring on out the beer outline. It had dried out, and so when I connected the tap, it just shredded the O-ring, so it just leaked everywhere. And yeah, so that was a bit of a bummer. It was a full keg, and yeah, there was a great deal of loss, but shit happens. I've got a couple of extracts behind me that I've got to get going. I can easily replace the O-ring on the keg, and I did buy a new keg, mainly because the PET kegs do have a lifespan with the ability for the pressure. But yeah, the old kegs still good with holding pressure, but yeah, I just got to change the O-ring. That was the main reason it leaked. So yeah, I'll get those two brews going and have them kegged. Hopefully over the next couple of weeks. It all depends on how the hands and everything go. Yeah. Hopefully, as I said before, it's just an easy treatment for the finger. It's been really odd. Tendons are all fine apparently, and yeah. Um, yeah, it's just me being an anomaly for doctors. Well, yeah, I'm just trying to think of what else. Yeah, I had to fast for the blood test this morning, so my brain is still catching up. I think that's my third, maybe fourth coffee, and I'm still lagging behind. Yeah. Go away. But yeah. Yeah, I will be playing Vagrant Story on Thursday. I found the back button attachment for the PS4 controller, so even if I've got a bit of pain in that finger, I'll be able to just use the back button for the trigger. But yeah, I'll have to do some testing and see how well the computer handles just recording gameplay sessions with the Elgato. Just got to figure out which system I want to test first, because it's all just going to be a pain in the ass to set everything up. So it'll either be the PS4 or the Series X. Maybe the Wii U. The sensor bar and everything. I don't know. But, yeah. Not really thinking of anything. I mean, I've still got to do the Shadow Weaver video. I've still got to get back to actually rewatching She-Ra so I can remember the bloody character properly. But yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I've actually got the cosplay out here still. Ugh. It's the actual coat. I've got the bullet holes and everything. Now, the blood is just paint. Now, this big hole here was a happy accident. As I was drilling holes, I had a spasm and the drill caught and just ripped it up, and it's like, well, that can just be a shotgun hole now. So, yeah. And with the undershirt, I actually matched those holes. So it's got a bit of stretch to it. And yeah, so that shotgun hole opens up. And of course, the leather pants. Now, these are what I was amazed that actually fit properly again. And yeah, they just riddled with bullet holes and everything as well. And it's just a pair of ADF military boots. But yeah, that is all that cosplay is. I do need to grow the hair back out, but last time I did it, I didn't really have all that much in the length for the hair. But yeah, it did the trick. I mean, there's been short hair crows. Salvation wasn't too bad. Kirsten Dunst was annoying as hell, but and I have no intention of watching the bloody remake. No. Yeah, I said on Instagram after watching it, yeah, I'd rather rewatch Wicked Prayer after that bloody fan film. So yeah, that goes to show how much I dislike that fan film. Yeah, but enough shitting on that. In the way of the brewing, the traditional meads still just chugging along. Um, it's kind of slower than usual because I had to split the yeast between that and the braggot, which is currently in the fridge cold crashing, to clear out properly before I bottle it. Yeah, so I added another yeast strain to that one to just help it get across the line. So yeah, hopefully I can get another reading on that at the end of the week and rack it off to go into conditioning and let it age. And yeah, I'll probably be getting a couple of different honeys this week, maybe. I'm hoping, because I've got one that I like to call my Anzac mead. It's a mix of Australian and New Zealand honey. So, yeah, in the home brewing community, there's an Anzac beer which tries to replicate the Anzac Bicky. But yeah, no, this is just Aussie honey with New Zealand's Manuka honey. And the last one I made was just really nice. It was a 50 plus Manuka, and it was like using cream honey with that. And the mouthfeel and the taste was just beautiful. I was hoping to have that for Anzac Day, but it didn't last. Even though it was on the shelf, that was wait for the right day to drink that one. Yeah, it just didn't last. But oh well, I can always make another one. And I'm hoping to start making larger batches so that I can send it up to friends and have them actually try it. And yeah, so I'm slowly thinking of label designs, just so it's not, yeah, private homebrew masking tape and Sharpie labels, because yeah, you just reuse everything. So it's just easy to take off the tape, clean the bottles, and go again. So, but I was kind of hoping this delivery would turn up while I was going, but looks like it's going to be later in the afternoon. And yeah, I guess I could show the Batman stuff. It is quite dusty though. So we've got the NECA 89 Batman Batarang. Does fold up. And this is just the plastic one, so I believe they have put out a metal one. Could have been a different company. And a very dusty Arkham Asylum cow. Which I have had since 2016 or 2017. I know I've had it at least 9 years. But yeah. And it's on a helmet stand that has seen better days. He's very dusty. Oh, hang on. I do believe that delivery's here. Get that back up there. The wife's on it. Damn. Getting dry. Dogs at the window, like, who the hell are you? What are you doing? Good stuff. You going to inspect it? He has to sniff it. It might be dangerous. There's my knife. Yeah. Oops. Oh, they even threw in some minties. Minties. And a sticker. Now, I got these through Mad Zombie Collectibles. Best thing is, they were half price. Oh, they are. If I can get the damn thing out of the box. The Masterverse release of the Netflix CG He-Man and Skeletor. So, yeah, I mean, I say they were half price. They were still $25 each. As I say, Aussie pricing sucks ass. But yeah, so there's another video to get done this week. I've got Shadow Weaver back there still to open up, and yeah, so I'll get that done in the next couple of days. Yeah, because if I start working on a video after this, it's gonna run into when I have to go get the results from this X-ray and ultrasound on the finger. But yeah, well, thankfully that actually turned up before I decided to sign off. What are you doing? Yeah, more toys. Fucking give me that look. Jeez. They gave me minties. Anyway, that's about all I can think of. Yeah, so anyway, I'll kick my feet up and relax until I go get these results. And yeah, I'll catch you later. Cheers.